Hello on the planet and beyond. It's Sade of Between Here and There, environmental consulting for global hygiene and applications of information technology. It's quite humid. So as you see, it's quite humid, okay? So those that have dehumidifiers, understand you want one that works properly but not sucking too much out the air. It's good to have a moist air to breathe in because your internal respiratory system is moist. So you don't want to continuously put dry air in. That's why people wear masks in the desert. The humidity from the mouth keeps the area moist versus it drying out. Today I wanted to talk about the moving of water to rivers over water moving away from desert areas. Okay, so it's you know an area that's already facing an issue and its resources are limited in that area, and still some of those resources are being moved. California is a good example of that because they use the Colorado River to go across desert lands to service certain parts of California, Southern California area. So that causes issues with the amount that's going, the reason why it's going, and it doesn't work as a cohesive unit. And that's what we have to get back to as a collective, is understanding that this entire planet we're on is shared. These resources are shared. And so therefore we have to take care of them. The earth, the water, the air. And when we do those things, we're able to progress as a society, a world, a functioning, you know, let's say part of the solar system, a functioning part of the solar system. Because we do have a design, and to understand how the earth is a sentience, you have to start moving in that manner. Or what are we going to have? Especially if this behavior is catching on all over the planet. A lot of people doing some of the same waste patterns and hazards and, disrespect to the water. What do you think is going to happen over time? It's going to become more and more concentrated. The earth is a closed system, in a way. And so, with that, we have to see what those elements need to keep it on par and on key. And that's why water is so important, because it's the start, it's the beginning, primordial. It's the start. And so with the start, you have to have that functioning. The start, the middle, and then the end. If you want to use the rule of three, the beginning, the middle, the end. And that middle section is where you'll have some discrepancies of when the start will be. So that's a whole nother conversation. However, the main idea is, what are we doing with these systems, and where we need to be maneuvering when it comes to education, so people have an understanding of how important water is. Like, as I'm perspiring, it's needed in my system. Of course, I shower, keep it nice and clean, y'all. Just the humidity. I'm enjoying this, moisture on my skin, hydrating it. And so when you have places without water, in the atmosphere. You don't have growth. You don't have nourishment. Um, and that humidity is what's needed. It's a liquid. It's a form of, perspiration, water, H2O, salt water on the body. But there's actually, I need to see if I can find any reference to it, but I do believe there's different types of sweat. Like you have like a detoxing sweat, you just have a cooling sweat, kind of. Our body is massive when it comes to the levels of magnificence that make it up. So, yeah, let's see. I think that's all I want to cover for this video. Wow, I made it pretty quick. Pretty quick snippet. So, let's see. Okay, so I believe this is good for this video. Just understanding the taxing on a system. If you're moving it from like a desert area, moving it to another desert area, you're incurring more. That's just the facts of that.